says, therefore hid I my face from them,
and he hid his face for us, all right? That's why he brought the mediator, Yahweh Shah, right? Because we were so wicked, the Lord had to turn his back on us, all right? That's why he took our heritage away from us, all right? He destroyed us as a people. I got some, yeah, that noise. Yo, I'm gonna just talk over it. Nah, I can't. Too loud. Too loud. It's too loud. Oh man, this is just lingering. This is Amos 3:1. Once again, Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel. How did the Lord speak, right? He speaks to his men, right? The prophets of the Lord's mouthpiece, right? And they go out on the highways and byways, right? And give the warning, right? To the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. So out of all the nations of the earth, right? The Lord only knew the Israelites, right? Because we're his chosen people, we're his elect, right? Yeah. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Yeah, so the Lord chosen us, right? We're his children, right? And therefore, we broke the Lord's statutes and commandments. So what he do? He punished us, right? Putting us in the hands of our enemies, all right? Putting all type of curses upon us, all right? Our land being defiled, our women defiled, our children out of order, all right? Our own brother quick to kill us, all right? You know, these things was put upon us for our disobedience, right?
Yeah, matter of fact, you said your own brother quick to kill us. I saw this video on the internet. Some dude's brother was dead in the bathroom. You go on Instagram Live and say, my brother just killed himself in the bathroom. My brother just killed himself in the bathroom. Come to find, look. Come to the camera on it. Come to find out he is his action.
Damn. See?
Not to argue. That's why you Jakes gotta die, man. Jacob and Esau. Even though I was two niggas. But that's like an Esau kind of situation.
So the Lord come to restore this place. You know? We gotta clean this place. We're gonna have to clean it with fire, you know, because this place is polluted. It's too wicked, you know.
This is Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 15. It says, yeah, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey.
Right. He that departed from evil maketh himself a prey, right? So because, you know, the believers of Yahweh Shah, they put off that old man, right? They seeking forth righteousness, so they become a prayer, right? That's why they always demonizing us, right? Because we tell them the truth. Look at Kanye West, right? He ain't do nothing. He ain't make no threats saying that, yo, the so-called white man will die, this, that, and the third. He ain't even mentioned Esau even destiny, right? He just said we're the children of Israel. And look what they did. Look at all the backlash he did, right? They took so much money from him and all that, you know? What?
It says, and the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. And that's going into what right now? Like the brother was going into, wickedness is at an all-time high. Why is this going on? Because the laws of the scriptures is not being implemented. All right, it's not the law of the world. So that's why you got wickedness at an all-time high. All right, that's why people take pride in doing things that's evil, because they don't fear the consequence of breaking the law, statutes, and commandments.
Yeah, they do things like, you know, the scriptures tell you that our people are wise to do evil. You know, they wise to be a homosexual, all right? They wise to eat abominable foods, all right? To kill, all right? To murder, you know? But they don't know how to walk in the ways of Yahweh Shema Shah. They don't have no fear. That's why the Lord is about to bring forth judgment. And they're going to understand when the Lord Yahweh Shah crack the clouds, all right? That's when they're going to get it. But it's going to be too late, you know? Let's see if it comes.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Yeah, and it's fully set in, you know, people to do evil, right? There's no order in this place, right? Especially with our people, right? The Lord gave us Lord's statutes, commandments to live by, right? He tell you not to do this for a reason, right? Why he says not to eat abominable food? Because they'll kill you. But our people, they're wise to do it, all right? They're wise to do all type of things except for walking in the ways of Yahweh Shah, pleasing him, all right? They want to please the flesh, right? They don't want to please the creator, right? Right?
This is Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Yeah, and that's going into these heathens. You know, he's going to read it again.
This is Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people.
So what's the covering cast, all right? That's going to the heathen, right? We're starting with Esau, Edom, right? And going to the word mountain, it means government, right? And we're in his government right now. He's at the top, right? All right? And he's the one that's promoting all type of wickedness, right? And our people are following him. This is why the Lord is coming to destroy him, all right? This is why he's known as the wicked. There's no good in this man, okay? It's nothing but pure evil, right? Even when he tried to do something good, he's still wicked, because that's in his nature. That's in his spirit to be wicked, okay? That's why the Lord is getting ready to destroy him, bring him into captivity, and after that, there ain't going to be no more Edomites, right? Because he promoted so much wickedness, all right? He promoted so much blasphemy, all right? He got our people thinking that the Lord, the Most High, his son, is so-called white man, all right? He got our people thinking it's acceptable to be homosexual, okay?
It says, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Yeah, and the veil, you got all these nations following the so-called white man, right? That's why in the near future, right, you see the nations going to get very sick of Esau, Edom, and destroy his kingdom, right? Because following Esau, Edom led even these other nations astray, right? You got these other heathens, you know, like the East Edomites, right? They women know how to dress in modesty and worship the men, right? But they want to come to America and see what our women do and other out of order women, all right? And they want to follow this shit, right? That's all because of the so-called white man, you know? And he got to be destroyed, right?
This is Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men.
For among my people are found wicked men. Who are the Lord's people? So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, all right? Why they're found wicked men, all right? Because they're breaking law, statutes, and commandments, all right? Command nothing but iniquity, all right? Every day, all right? They're just willfully sinning, all right? Doing all type of things that's against the scriptures, all right? That's contrary to what Yahweh Shah says, okay? All right?
They lay wait as he that setteth snares.
They lay wait as he that set up snares, right? Those snares go into some traps, right?
They set a trap, they catch men.
They catch men, okay? And our people being dragged into this devil of philosophies and his lifestyle, right? Following his cultures, all right? Yeah. Because this devil say you could be this, you could be an LGBT, whatever, they're going to do it, right? Because the white man says so. They don't want to go into the scriptures, right? And see what the Lord says, okay? They want to be wise and do their evil, right?
It says, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit.
And they're full of deceit, lies, right? And this whole place is full of nothing but philosophies that's not true, right? Christianity, Islam, you know, Buddhism, atheism, you know, all these things brainwashed our people, right? And led them astray from their power, okay? And they follow them. They think it's true, right? Right?
It says, therefore, they are become great and waxing rich.
They're waxing rich, right?
It says, they are waxing fat, they shine, yeah, they overpass the deeds of the wicked.
They overpass the deeds of the wicked. So our people are being more wicked than the wicked. It's like they competing to be who could be the most wickedest person on the planet, all right? You look at Jake, you got 6'8" man walk past in high heels, bro. Lipstick, weave, all types of shit. Yeah, Magic Johnson's son, you feel me? And they're loud out, bro. I see more Israelites walking like that than the heathen, you know? You don't see heathens walking like that. You see our people, right? Doing the most abominable things you could do on the planet, right? Our people, why? More wicked than the wicked, right? They more wicked than the so-called white man himself, right? That's why they're gonna be partakers in that lake of fire, right? That's why the wicked nation, the wicked Israelites, right? 2/3, it's a missile that's coming from them, right? Because they want to do what they want to do, right? They want to lean to their understanding, right? Instead of walking in this light, to this truth, right?
It says, they judge not the cause. It says, the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy, they do not judge.
Yeah, they do not judge. They just wise to do their own thing, right? That was it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And it says, and thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage.
This is what happened, you know, the Lord, he discontinued, meaning he put an end to our heritage, all right? And what's our heritage? Knowing that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites, all right? He put an end to that. Go ahead.
It says, from thine heritage that I gave thee,
right.
and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
And who are our enemies? Real quick, give me Psalm 83, all right? So the Lord, read that part again.
It says, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
And this is what the Lord did. He scattered Israelites throughout the four winds of the earth, right? To serve our enemies, which are the heathen nations, all right? Because we made them angry. Go ahead.
It says, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
Because we kindled a fire in his anger. We made the Lord mad, all right? He set up so many men, all right, to bring us back, all right, to our power, all right? But Israel just was through, all right? So he had to put an end to our heritage, all right? Us knowing that we the Israelites, all right? He even had us stop knowing the names, all right? Had us following other gods, all right? Nah, I'm good. What?
And it says, which shall burn forever.
Yeah, we shall burn forever, and that's going to a long period of time, all right? Even though, you know, the Lord is mad with us, he's upset with us, he's still going to have mercy with us. That's why we open up with Isaiah 14, okay? Yeah, we went off, all right? But those that turn back to him, all right, they're going to get good odds with him if they're the elect, okay? But as a whole, as a nation of Israel, he destroyed our heritage, our nationality, who we were, he took the names for us, all that, all right? Because we made him angry, all right? He turned his back on us, all right? You got something?
Yeah. This is Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people.
Stiff-necked, hard-headed, all right? You don't listen, all right? We like badass baby kids, all right? Go ahead.
It says, but in the land of their captivity.
In the land of their captivities, right here, we're in the land of our captivity, in bondage, spiritual Egypt, all right? Which is America, right?
They shall remember themselves.
They shall remember themselves, all right? And the Lord, he set up our forefather, Abba Bivens, who was Elijah the prophet, who received it through the Spirit, all right, to wake us up, all right? He taught our elders, and our elders taught us, all right? And we coming back to our remembrance. And how we do that? By reading the scriptures, all right? The scriptures is dwelling with our spirit, all right? That we are those people, all right? Right?
It says, and shall know that I am the Lord their power.
And you shall know that the Lord is our power, right? Because he's not these other nations' power, right? He created all nations, but he chose one nation. That's the nation of Israel, okay?
It says, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear.
That's going to our spiritual mind, right? Because everybody, you got people walking right now, they hear us, right? But they don't have that spiritual eye and ear. They hear the word, all right? They ain't quickening them, all right? Go ahead.
And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
And that's what we're doing. We're giving praises to the Lord right now, right? Doing the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, right? Feeding sheep, feeding the flock, right? Bringing forth more fruit. This is how we're praising the Lord, all right? And in the near future, we're really going to be praising him in the kingdom. When he delivers, Lord willing, with their elect. That's right. Right?
And think upon my name.
And think upon his name. Now, I ain't say name, you know. The Lord has one name, Yahweh Shema Shah. Yahweh being the Most High, the word of course God, which means he is, he to be, he exists. And his son is Yahweh Shah, the word called Jesus Christ, right? Who was so-called dark-skinned, who were dark-skinned men, right? If they was here today, they'll be labeled as Negroes, right? And the scripture tells you about color, right? So only one name is going to be able to deliver you, right? Jesus Christ, not these other names don't got no power in them, right? Yahweh Shema Shah is the only one that's going to deliver the nation of Israel, right?
This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. And it says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Who's the Lord's people? Israelites, right? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? They're destroyed for not knowing the truth, okay? They're destroyed for not knowing who they are, right? Knowing that they're Israelites, okay? Go ahead.
It says, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
And they reject the knowledge this day, all right? see the prophets on the highways and byways. We reading through the scriptures. We're not just freestyling. We're telling you what the Bible says, what the Lord says, right? So because you reject the prophets, the Lord's going to reject you in the near future, right? Because once again, the prophets are the Lord's mouthpiece, right? He speaks through his holy prophets, okay? And we're giving you this message, we're giving you the good tidings, which is the gospel, right? Which is the scriptures, letting you know to turn back to your power or be destroyed, right? Or be partakers of this destruction that's coming in the near future. Go ahead.
It says, I will also reject thee.
He's going to reject you, all right? Once you see the elect in the nation of Israel be beamed up, and you be right here, that's when you're going to know, right? That's when you're going to know you're being rejected, right? All right?
It says that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Yeah, because you forgot moving in the ways of Yahweh Shemashah, he's going to forget you and your children, right? And the Lord, he's not a respect of persons. He's not about favoritism, right? He don't care who you are, right? If you ain't right with him, you're going to be destroyed, right? He don't care if it's your children, your newborn baby, he's going to destroy you, right? Even if you gave birth the day before the day he comes, he's going to destroy you if you ain't right with him, okay? This is why we got to get right with the Lord now, right? The Lord is not a joke, you know? We persuade men because we know the fear of the Lord, right? We go through the scriptures thoroughly, and we trying to give this warning to our people, right? To turn back to your Lord, right? Before it be too late, right? We want to be destroyed with fire, all right?
This is Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found.
So seek ye the Lord while he may be found. How do you seek the Lord, all right? You seek it through his men, all right? They give you basically the blueprint, all right? Give you this truth, all right? Tell you what you got to do to get right with the Lord, all right? And you seek, all right? By reading the scriptures, all right? Use your eyes to read, to seek means to look, all right? So you look. The scriptures tell you, blessed is he that readeth, all right? So you seek the Lord while he may be found, okay? Go ahead.
It says, call ye upon him while he is near.
The Lord is near right now. He's still got the doors of mercy open, all right? So it's not too late for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to come back to your true power, right? You still see us, man. We got different camps. We got like 7 camps out here right now, you know? Lord still have his mercy. The doors of mercy are still open for the Israelites, okay? To come back, all right? And if you don't come back to Yahweh Shemel Shah, going to be destroyed, right? So seek ye the Lord now, right?
It says, let the wicked forsake his way.
Now this is not talking about Esau and Edom, right? This is talking about wicked Israelites, right? That's committing nothing but iniquity, right? It says, let the wicked forsake his ways. To forsake basically means to abandon, right? Because when you come into this truth, right, you're not walking in your ways. You're walking in the ways of Yahweh Shemel Shah, right? So it says, let the wicked forsake his ways. So you basically put off that old man. Stop being a nigga. Stop being a thug, a gangster, a hustler, or a thought, a woman. You turn back to Yahweh Shemel Shah by walking in his ways, right? Lean into his understanding, okay? Not to yours, right?
It says, and the unrighteous man his thoughts.
The unrighteous man's thoughts, right? Because our thoughts are wicked, right? Right?
And let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon them.
See, this is how you know the Lord is very merciful, right? Because even though we were all wicked, I could attest we all had did wicked things in our past, right? The Lord said, yet he will have mercy, right? If you return, if you come back, right? He knew he was going to go off, right? But those that turn back to him with all truth and sincerity, right? They're going to be all right with him. They're going to be the ones beamed up in those chariots. That was good, right?
It says, into our power, for he will abundantly pardon.
And he will pardon all our iniquity, right? It's surely that the Lord have mercy on the nation of Israel. He loves us, right? He made an agreement, he made a covenant with our forefathers, right? So he ain't going to break that promise, okay? Even though we went off bugging out, the Lord still have mercy upon us, right? Because of his chosen people, right? But 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they ain't going to turn back to Yahweh Shemel Shah. They're going to lean to their own understanding, and that's going to lead to them being destroyed.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse, we'll start at 13. It says, and I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. It says, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 13. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven.
Now, what is that wisdom talking about? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, Yahweh, Shah, right? True power, right? Scriptures tell you knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of our time, okay? Go ahead.
May I say something? And the person speaking here is Solomon, so he was the wisest man, you know, and he had the insight. That's why I said that he searched out all the works done under heaven. So he knew what people were doing, right? Exactly how this brother's going into. All the wicked things that our people are going into, well, that's exactly what was going on back then. All right, and he had observed all these actions and all these acts of our people, and he came to one conclusion. It says, this sore travail hath God given to the sons of men to be exercised therewith. Verse 14, it says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun. Behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit.
Yeah, all is vanity and vexation of spirit, right? So all these things you see under the earth, right, under the heaven, right, it's vanity, right? It's temporal, right? It's wicked, okay? But this true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is worth more than rubies, okay? But the things here that we see today is going to be destroyed, okay? Because they're empty. There's nothing in them, right? There's no power in them, okay? And Yahweh, this was King Solomon was Yahweh Shah. He was blessed with, you know, he was the most knowledgeable, you know, planet at that time, you know? And all he did was pray to the Lord for wisdom, bless him with all that, you know? That's how he was able to discern, right? The wisdom that he was blessed with, you know?
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 17. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment.
That light affliction is going to all the hell we catching right now, you know? In the hands of our enemy, waking up early in the morning, right? Working 16 hours a day. I work almost 12 hours a day, you know? I wake up for this devil every morning, okay? This is part of our light affliction, right? Us being in captivity, right? Serving the so-called white man, right? Keeping his kingdoms running, right? Right?
It says, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
Yeah, and that's coming in the future, right? We're about to be beautified, right? The Lord's about to beautify his elect, right? So this light affliction, it ain't compared to the glory that's coming in the near future.